About 500,000 South Australian students attended the original Children's Road Safety School at the city end of Port Road. Then in 2011, it closed to make way for the construction of the new Royal Adelaide Hospital. But all was not lost. That gave the South Australian Police Force an opportunity to start afresh with a brand new road safety centre. In the old police ambulance building of the police barracks on Port Road, the centre still has a very attractive student roadway training area in the adjacent parklands, but now it aims to do much, much more. Sergeant John Illingworth is the program coordinator at the Road Safety Centre. John, what have you got here?
Well, we've managed to build a brand new facility. It's got classrooms, electronic whiteboards, touchscreen technology. Now, we've got a lot of opportunities that we never had at the old centre. So new facility, new ideas and a whole lot of new programs.
And new people coming in. You were telling me earlier, four-wheel drive groups. Now, they sound like they'd be expert drivers. What do you do?
Well, look, I mean, people join clubs because they want to mix with like-minded people. They obviously take their off-road driving very seriously, but there are things that you do to an off-road car that don't quite match up with the road. So we talk about those things like ride height, we talk about wheels and tyres, we'll talk about sharp protrusions like the fishing rod holders. So we try and explain the sorts of things where they're going to get into trouble out on the road.
What about caravan clubs? Some are experts, some might be like me, first-timers.
Look, we're all new at something once in our lives, and caravanning's no exception. One of the problems a lot of people have is mass and load requirements, so we're just curious about how much weight your car's carrying. Obviously, the caravan's pushing down on the back of the car. It increases the weight that car has to carry, and sometimes we can actually go over our mass and load limits, and that can be dangerous.
Interesting that you also get driver instructors in. What happens then?
Look, we have a process where we try to get some peer review of the work that we do here, and we also share our ideas with other agencies. So it's a bit of an exchange of ideas to try and maintain the level of professionalism.
Of course, it doesn't matter whether you're going out to groups, as you always have, or inviting them in here. What are some of the basic messages?
Extreme outcomes tend to get media attention, but research has shown us that 90% of injury collisions and more than half of the fatalities are ordinary people like you and I making ordinary mistakes. So staying alert, being vigilant is the key to success.
What about the fatal five?
Look, obviously alcohol is one of the big problems that we have. Seatbelts. I mean, why is it that 2% of the people don't wear seatbelts and yet a third of our fatalities are people that are unrestrained? So those sorts of things are recurring messages. We just want people to try and get it right.
Now, just before we go, John, I've got to try the touch screen. What's involved?
We have two touch screens, one for adults and one for children. This one's set up for adults, and today we're just checking on your road rule knowledge.
Now, default speed in the built-up area. Oh, my finger wants to go there, but it's got to be this one, doesn't it? Yep, thank goodness. Why?
Well done. Look, if there's a sign, obviously you follow the sign. If there's no sign, default speed limit is 50 kilometres an hour in every built-up area across South Australia.
Thanks very much, John. If you'd like to try the touchscreen, in fact know anything about the Road Safety Centre, go to the South Australian Police website and look for Road Safety. That's where you'll find it.